And his main money play is stretch runs. No, son. I got something to stop them stretch runs. You put them outside linebackers on them edges. And that 3-4. 3-4 under or that 3-4, it's another 3-4 odd. 3-4 odd. Under and odd. Have them niggas on the edge. Perfect. When you spread the linebackers out, the niggas will move out wide. And anything outside, they gonna get that shit. Yeah. Seen that nigga, man. I'm just scared he just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, fire blocking on some shit. And not as good as a receiver, bro. Cause he's so big. Is it? I ain't scout him. I just seen his big ass and I seen his weight. Yeah, I ain't scout that big bitch. That bitch big. I ain't, but yeah. Man, I was in a fucked up position, son. Russell Wilson wanted $84 million for 5 years. Ezekiel Elliott wanted $54 million for 4 years. Who else wanted a contract? Gronkowski wanted a contract for 4 years for like $38 million. I had like 4 people. Baldwin wanted a contract. Like, I got so many people up for contracts, son. That's why I traded Russell. Got me a quarterback and a lineman back and a 3rd round draft pick. Yeah. Man, I gotta get my O-line better, bro. That's my goal, son. My first 2 draft picks gotta be O-linemen, bro. Bobby Wagner got 40 tackles. My boy Jalen got 33 tackles and a forced fumble. Sean Lee got 24 tackles, 1 pick, and a forced fumble. KJ Wright got 30 tackles and 3 forced fumbles.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready.
Panthers beat the Saints. Oh, he beat the shit out of Corn. Talking all that shit.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was the last little bit of smoke I had, man. Her little brother Jordan came over here last night. This nigga wanted to smoke like 3-4 blunts. I don't know what he was going through, but shit, he just said he needed to chill. He brought his own smoke, but shit, then after he finished smoking this shit, he wanted to smoke some of mine and shit. I smoked his shit with him, so, you know what I'm saying? I'll be down bad to be like, nah, fuck that, I'm trying to go to sleep, bro.
Forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's cool, though. He was chilling, laughing, shit. My phone had it went dead and everything. UN Spank was hitting me up. I woke up seeing that shit this morning. Shit, on a fucking crown.
Alright, here we go. 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
You took off too late, bro, but you had to, because if you would have left early, I would have threw it to Grunt. That's your zone right there.
Keeps the sticks moving.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can get there fast enough. I seen you take off. Oh, trying to hit the. Oh, you did miss me. Yeah, I seen this shit. I ain't know what the fuck is going on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they.
I had to wait and see was you going to take away the post or not. But the post is taking too long. It's taking too long.
1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Inches. I gotta go for inches.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott.
That nigga ain't getting no fucking well.
He'll wind up going backwards.
Ezekiel Elliott
not able to get it past the marker. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second down, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, man.
Griffin with a pick. And they're going to
fucking
set
pick
up
six,
shop
man.
at the 27-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside.
It's just whoever that was doing the underneath route, they finna start moving. He had been sitting there for a minute, so he was finna cut and slant back upfield. And he walked my nigga right into the passing line.
Otherwise, just don't do it.
That nigga just standing there, son. This shit is crazy. I'm about to say, boy, you go pick that bitch, boy. That's a crazy angle right there.
The 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play.
I got a couple draw plays in my shit, but I don't run them too much, bro, because I done ran them bitches, and by the time my nigga get the ball, I got a nigga in his face. So I don't run them bitches too much, so that shit dangerous.
With the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things
I like that
out.
wham, though. But the only thing about that wham is you really give the play away. Because when that tight end start motioning and he stop in the middle, you know what's coming. If you just take your linebacker and run toward the middle, you're going to fuck everything up.
The give is to Elliott. Powers through. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Lockett. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Elliott runs over it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
Damn.
Give him 3 on the game.
Finally truck somebody with that little slow-ass truck.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle.
Hold your block, bro. Damn, hold your fucking block.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Here's Penny. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That shit that hurt when that shit was a clear fucking pick six.
It's not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab it.
That shit always do that to me when that camera turn, bro. He always run back the other way for a second, then he get back right. So if there's somebody right there in the area, I'm gonna get caught every time.
Mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, boy, you got to make that play if you're going to do that.
Inside the 35 now at the 34-yard
This
line.
nigga jump.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I didn't realize how fucking close he was.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
Crazy.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Officially, 1:54 to go in this 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Crazy, I got them many niggas over there. Ain't nobody gonna get them.
Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking
yeah, I'm missing like a motherfucker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out now comes
yep,
the Cowboys
that's
punter.
the one.
And
See,
surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
All right, here we go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And this is
bunch of juice, bro. That's a corner.
Afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This nigga don't make moves like
go
that, bro. I don't get it. He got the numbers. Just don't get jiggy on him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That
Every
leads
time I
to
get
a
that bitch to cut up
second
in the open
down.
field.
56, lucky 56.
Look like he can't move through traffic.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going
I'm
to
ugly
go
for
down.
that.
He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to
Ain't
wind
no
up
black
with
team.
safety.
I'm the blue
And
team.
Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now a play fake here on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check. Watch the 4. Watch the 4. Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Prescott off play action. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Logan. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And out now come the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then The defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Prescott to throw it. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if they helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now here come the Cowboys. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jerron Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
I knew Earl was going to hit that nigga. I didn't know if he was going to drop that bitch or not.
He's going to let it fly.
Turn around, Johnson. Get it, Earl.
Couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's that big-ass cone I got. 90 speed. Like 6'3".
Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook it.
Right, got to.
Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter. And
hey, y'all cut that out.
Put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Nice move at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice game. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
No, they ain't gonna let me put. They ain't gonna let me punch these bitch in, but it's really pissing me off, man. It'd be super hard to score on this goal line, bro.
You wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Yeah, they got less block over here. Let me try flipping that thing.
Elliott found it. No signal yet. I think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him.
That's whack, man. I can't score, son. This pisses me off, man.
Someone pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Dang, man. I'm ugly for this. I really can't score, bro.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
They give it to him. You motherfucker! He will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Good game, bro. What's up?
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point.
Girl, shoot them. Hell yeah. Crazy ass game. I knew it would be like, how the hell he had 5?
And the lead opens
I know,
up now to 2 points.
Oh shit. I still got 1 second left.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called.
Earl the Pearl. Oh, he snagged that bitch!
25. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf.
It just came back on. It's saying getting started and all that like it's a brand new phone. It shouldn't be connected. I was sure it is. It's mine. It's my speaker. Yeah, yeah.
If people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Seahawks, the preparation
this
pays
shit, bro,
off as they pick
yeah.
up their first win on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Shit, yeah. All right, bro.